Welcome to the most controversial podcast in America, transcending the collective hive mind and swarms of zombies that worship the state. Transcending even planet Earth, you've reached a higher intelligence. Welcome home. Welcome to Planet Fuck.
Oh, honestly, you motherfuckers are too kind. Thank you. Now please shut up. That's right, this is Planet Fuck You Radio on planetfuckyou.com, the maiden voyage of Planet Fuck You Radio. And I am your captain, Mr. Bluntstyle. Feel free to come along with me as I lay bare the inherent corruption found in every institution of the state and laugh at the fucking sheep who worship it. Funny I mention that. Today's Emperor's Day here in the USSA, and you know what that means, of course. Bureaucrats getting their paid day off. Fuck them, right? Or is it fuck you for tolerating their existence? Oh yes, what a fucking circus here in America today. All the fucktards do their little dance for the imperial presidency of the world empire of America. Beautiful, isn't it? How they fall down and worship their president and their state, their army, and their police, and of course their clergy. All of them corrupt. All of them lying. All of them just as full of shit as they could possibly fucking be. Outrageous, I know. Almost as outrageous as the amount of people who believe their bullshit and thus give them power. Fuck you all. But enough of that garbage. Let's move on to the headlines at planetfuckyou.com today, February 18th, Emperor's Day in the Imperial United States, where we worship and hold on high people like Alec Baldwin, who garners today's top spot on planetfuckyou.com by grabbing a pretty little reporter by the arm and screaming, "I want to choke you to death." Ah, I liked that. Pretty fucking funny. The link reads, Alec Baldwin to retired New York cop. You're a coon, a drug dealer. I thought that was great as well. Apparently, dude melts down after a little reporter gal catches him outside of his house walking his dog the other morning. She asked him a question about his ex-wife, and hey, that's still a little tender. So he's going to flip out. It looks like the cameraman was a retired cop, decorated retired detective, who he called a coon, and a drug dealer. Dude says he was saying some serious racist stuff. He said some choice words about my mother, and he was telling people in the street that I'm a drug dealer. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a meltdown when you grab some random people, including a dad pushing a stroller, and start talking about drug dealers. Way to go, Alec Baldwin. Fuck you. It sounds like you need a good hookup, though. If you're ever in Idaho, hit me up. I'll get you that good chronic. And from Idaho to Baltimore, Maryland, we travel. The next story is about a decadent government that is redefining retardation. Out in Baltimore, your tax dollars really are hard at work. It turns out Baltimore used some of that, like $585,000, to pay for a study on how to save money. And the results of the study were just that their fiscal situation was pretty shitty. So, well done, Baltimore. Fuck you. And seriously, fuck the dudes who are trying to sell RonPaul.com to Ron Paul for $250,000. Who do you fucking think you are? How on earth are you going to ask Ron Paul for $250,000 for a website that bears his name, and you claim to be a supporter? If you had any gumption at all, you would take it upon yourself to go and just give him that website. What the fuck is going through your mind when you say some dumb shit like that? You know, this next story could be a little controversial to some, because those who do support Ron Paul, full disclosure, I'm one. You would think, why on earth would Ron Paul want to go to the UN and fuck around with those guys in an attempt to sue these people, the people who created ronpaul.com, for the rights to the website, by claiming that it is his and should be his free because of how much intellectual property he possesses? It is a quandary, I know. But when you wrap your head around it, you find out that this is really one of the only ways for Ron Paul to go about getting the website that bears his name, because these drag queens registered it down in Australia. No telling if they're Australian. I doubt it. So, what to do? Well, like I suggested, if you had any fucking stones, you dipshits, you would turn over that website and not demand $250,000 for it. You would make a donation to Ron Paul and whatever he's doing in the future. And by the way, because I couldn't help but read here that your 117,000 email list, 117,000 people, are you fucking retarded? For someone who's just got done running a presidential campaign, how many names and phone numbers and addresses and emails do you think this dude already has of people who actually support him? Why the fuck would he give you $250,000 for 117,000 names he probably already has? I mean, ridiculous. So, fuck you, creators of ronpaul.com. Eat a dick. And moving on from your idiocy to our smartest dude in the room alert today, that goes to Mr. Lou Rockwell from LouRockwell.com. Lou Rockwell's always been kind of a personal hero of mine ever since I first read anything he's ever written, actually. A beautiful essay is featured today on Emperor Day. The link reads, "Fuck the president." I think Lou would agree. A small excerpt from his brilliant essay, his brilliant 1996 essay, I might add. And the words ring truer today, President's Day 2013, than they ever have before. The U.S. presidency is the world's leading evil. It is the chief mischief maker in every part of the globe, the leading wrecker of nations, the usurer behind third world debt, the bailer out of corrupt governments, the hand in many dictatorial gloves, the sponsor and sustainer of the New World Order, of wars, interstate and civil, of famine and disease. Brilliant words from a brilliant man. Uh-oh. I hear the suicide alert. Today, February 18th, 2003, it looks like yesterday, actually, country star Mindy McCready killed herself. And she was 37 years old. She was in the news, featured quite a bit. It appears just last month her boyfriend and the father of her 9-month-old baby was found dead on the same porch where she shot herself. It appears he also killed himself. She is the 5th celebrity appearing on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew to have died. I'd say, Dr. Drew, it's time to quit. Clearly your show is not working, you fucking dickhead. Jesus. A lot of you might know Mindy McCready, if not from listening to her music, which I personally never have. In April 2008, she came out and acknowledged a long-time relationship with baseball player Roger Clemens, famous pitcher. The reports at the time said that she met him at a Florida karaoke bar when she was 15 and he was 28 and married. Good one, Roger. In 98, she was engaged to Dean Cain, super dipshit, but she never married him. Probably good for her, actually. So Mindy McCready, R.I.P. As we travel along on planet Fuck You, it appears we have elitist journalist Maureen Dowd coming out with what we all already know. Basically, that Hollywood is fake. Ben Affleck says about Argo, the film's climax is a total fabrication. Zero Dark 30. You know, torture really didn't lead to Osama, actually. It's funny because the movie Lincoln, which was very historically and factually inaccurate, this bitch took to task because it had 3 different historical advisors and still managed to fuck things up, which is funny. They said the Connecticut legislators were not significant players. So basically saying, fuck you, Connecticut. I wonder how that's going to work out for Spielberg as he tries to give away free copies of his garbage-ass movie to all the high school students in Connecticut. Good job, Stephen.